and has beer on tap at its Growler filling station. City Slickers also sells mixers, sodas, snacks, tobacco products, and the Tennessee Lottery, and can place special orders and assist with all your events and even wedding planning. Make sure you follow City Slickers on all their social media or just give them a call at 615-280-7469. That's 615-280-7469. Located in the heart of Laverne, City Slickers.
Live from the Nashville Sports Radio studios, it's the Greg Pogue and John Burton Show.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
who wants to party?
On the radio.
Hold on to your hat.
There are a bunch of drama queens that spend an hour talking and 20 minutes jumping around while blows up.
This is the Greg Pogue and John Burton Show. Brought to you by Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Hold it!
Call now at 844-5600.
We are created to serve a singular purpose for which we will go to any lengths to fulfill.
Now, here are your hosts, Greg Pogue and News Channel 5's John Burton.
Good Tuesday morning to you. How you doing? Hope it's a good start, good day. Little nippy, still beautiful day in the neighborhood, downtown Woodbine. Devlin McKenzie, John Burton, Greg Pogue sitting in. Devlin is for the vacationing Patton Cook. He'll be back on Thursday right here, Strike and Spare Family Fun Center Studios. How you doing, Bay? What's up, Bay? What's up, Bay?
I'm your Bay now?
No, Bay? What's
good
up,
morning,
Bay?
brah. How you doing?
I'm doing all right,
I'm
man.
okay. I'm trying to have a little internet connecting
Yeah,
issues.
it's not. You'll need to connect to Devlin's hotspot.
Okay.
So don't go after him too hard because we're going to be.
No. Morning, Dev. How you doing, pal?
They sent a spy from the
Yeah,
afternoon
Dev,
show.
you having fun the afternoon show?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, how you doing, buddy?
Good to be here. I'm
yeah,
doing
good to see you. Good to see you. Having fun the
This
afternoon?
beef has nothing to do with
No,
me. I'm out of it.
No. You having fun the afternoon with Bruno and Zach talking you know what about me? You having fun? You taking that all in?
It's fun.
Yeah?
It is fun.
Yeah? Are you
I'm
enjoying it?
Yeah.
All right, well, you need to pick a side, sir. Okay?
I'm in the middle.
No.
Switzerland.
No. Both of you guys need to pick a side. You're either with me or you're against me.
This is something that you have percolated
No,
yourself.
don't play psychoanalyst on the radio with me, Greg Pogue.
Yeah, it'd be
it's
taking candy from a baby,
yeah,
right?
Taking candy from a baby. This is war, guys. Yeah, you sound exactly like that when you said
I don't
that.
think that sounded like that.
All right. Well, it's good to see you, Dev.
You too.
Be sure to tell Zach and Bruno I said hello.
I will.
Great.
It's good to see you. I see Zach. I see Devlin. Devlin every Saturday morning.
Here's the thing. I like Dev a lot.
I see him every Saturday
I'm
morning.
the one that's always saying, Zach and Bruno, Ray Dosky, blah. But I'm always putting you over, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you could go on the air once in a while on that show and say, you know what? Hey, JB's a pretty cool guy. I've worked with him for a while. I don't know why you guys have beef with him.
I will.
All right. Okay. All right, Greg.
I don't believe you, but so good to have you, Devlin. Yeah, Devlin does the Saturday morning shows, Prep Football Talk, and then Sammy's Power Hour, and so I get to see him. He's out.
Dev's been a great addition to our radio station. He does a tremendous job.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Him and Patton, certainly. They're the
future.
And they're the glue that sort of holds it together.
Yeah, because you got us knuckleheads.
Yep. So pointing us in the right direction, and he's driving his car on the way to the remote down at Kitchen Notes Friday morning. He go boo boo.
Yeah.
His car had a boo boo.
Yeah.
Were you just stuck in the middle of the road? Are you one of those that just stuck?
So you're downtown. Tell everybody you were downtown during morning rush hour.
Yeah. So it's 5:45 in the morning. I'm heading to the Omni, and I stop at a red light. Everything's going well, and as soon as that light went green, nothing. I could accelerate as much as I want. Pedal to the metal.
Did you have it in gear?
That's a lonely feeling. That is a lonely feeling.
People were honking their horns at me. I had my hazards on as if I could go anywhere. It was a disaster. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you just get out and push it off to the side, or
I had to it was going half a mile per hour until I could finally get to a spot where I could put it in park, and I just sat there until AAA came and saved me.
Wow, bro.
So now he's driving the future WNSR. We've got a new vehicle that's going to get a WNSR wrap.
Right.
And it's not like, poop, 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 not that kind of wrap.
Right.
Is it like that?
No.
Okay, anyway.
Don't do
that again. Don't worry. Don't worry. It actually hurt. It actually hurt. But but it looks like he's like.
It looks like a Secret Service vehicle.
The CIA's out here, or the feds. Because the very first time I knew that Adam had told me they had bought it and they're going to wrap it. Because the one we have now is just used.
It went boobs up.
Yeah, it did. So it went what?
Boobs up. I can't say the other word.
I don't know if I'd say that either, but anyway. So we've got it. And the first time I pulled in here, I thought, well, they're serving papers on me.
I thought like there was an undercover state trooper here, or maybe President Biden is here. I don't know.
How's it driving? Is it drive okay?
Yeah. Drives well. Better than my car. Tell you that much.
Well, it's moving.
You must feel like a baller driving that thing.
Yeah, I mean it was a former police car, so traffic's real slow around me, but it's pretty cool.
People slowing down.
Baseball today. If you love baseball, man,
here we go.
We got a quadruple header today, and we've got the very first one right here, 11:52. The pregame, 12:07. The first pitch, Phillies and the Braves. It's on Fox Television. Ranger Suarez against Max Fried in that one. 2:05 on TBS. Mariners Astros. Logan Gilbert against Justin Verlander. 5:38. Your Yankees with Garrett Cole on the mound against the Guardians with Cal Quantrill on 15-5, and then the nightcap on FS1. And that's something, probably the premier game of the day. You'd think, they all are, right? Mm-hmm. But just because of the rivalry, the Padres and the Dodgers on FS1 tonight, 8:37.
Jimmy Wyatt will be watching that game. Our friend from TitansOnline.com, big Dodger fan. He kind of, thumbs his nose at the Padres, calls them little brother. Well, big brother, you get to play little brother now.
Yeah, an advantage definitely the Dodgers because the Padres had to use their top three pitchers against the Mets. So Mike Clevenger against Julio Urias. Urias is one of the top contenders for the Cy Young. So, yeah, if you like baseball, man, you got it today, man.
There's nothing like playoff baseball.
Oh, I love it.
There's nothing like playoff baseball.
And I'm when I do a lot of things, but a lot of certain days – when I don't have things to do, I work from my home office.
Right.
Well, I'm going to be in my home office this afternoon working on everything that I usually work on.
Right. But you're going to have
watching baseball.
Playoff ball in the background.
That is great.
That is a hell of a day. I kind of envy you.
Yeah. So, anyway, well, it's not having an office. No, my home office is very set up. That's where I do all my work. And anyways, but I do some of my best work in my office here.
You're very consistent with that.
At 11:05
let's just say it's a regular thing.
I go to my office at 11:05.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And on Saturday mornings.
That's on a very regular basis.
Well, Saturday mornings it's 9:05.
Right.
But yesterday it was 10:20. Did you notice?
I did notice.
Yeah.
Believe me, we noticed.
What's that promo we got going with Angie McCartney's talking about Paul McCartney's bowels?
How your bowels, Sonny?
Yeah, how your bowels, Sonny? Didn't think we were going to be talking about Paul McCartney's bowels this morning. By the way,
yes,
picking with the pickers.
Yes,
Bill Anderson on Friday.
Whispering Bill Anderson, the legend.
Yeah, he's done it every
Friend of
year.
Show.
Oh, he's done it every year, and he goes. He says, "Well, is the pay the same, right?" I said, "No, man, we've doubled it."
Yeah.
Yeah, we've doubled the pay. But Bill Anderson, he's going to have some very poignant things to say about the passing of Loretta Lynn last week, and they were very good friends, very close contemporaries. So yeah, Whispering Bill.
That'll be a lot of fun. I just love picking with the pickers on Fridays. I don't care who you have. It's just a fun segment.
I always try to get Bill around Georgia because Georgia plays Vandy. We do Vandy, Tennessee, MTSU, and Titans are the games we pick.
Right.
And so I always try to get Bill either before the Tennessee-Georgia game or the Vandy-Georgia game, but he could do it this time. So, yeah, Bill Anderson, Friday morning, picking with the Pickers. Just a class.
Last Friday was great with Wendy Moten. That was fantastic.
Yep. So. And, by the way, I have 4 tickets to that show on my phone.
For the 11th?
Yep. I'll be forwarding them to you.
Thank you, sir.
She went ahead and sent the tickets. And,
what a sweethart she is.
She sent the tickets to the show, and I said I'll get 2 of them to you.
Thank you, man.
And I'm going to keep the other 2.
Okay.
No, as a matter of fact, you get 1 and I get 3.
Well, your name is on top of the marquee.
But anyway, Preds, their home opener Thursday night at 7:30. By the way,
Yeah.
I guess it's because of TV game, right? What
Yeah,
on?
it's ESPN Plus.
or
It's
whatever.
not on Bally, folks.
Nah.
Which is, so
Okay.
you're going to have to subscribe to ESPN Plus if you want to watch that game if you're not going.
But they had to get the roster down to 23 yesterday, and because they could take more because they went to Prague, but then had to get down to the 23. Philip Tomasino, most notably, he got sent down. He played in 76 of the 82 games last year. Former first-round draft pick, 2019, had 32 points.
I thought he played pretty well last year.
11
That is a
goals,
bit of a
21
surprise.
assists.
But when you bring in new
Yeah,
guys like
yeah.
McDonough and Niederreiter and, like you said, you can only carry so many people.
Well,
on your
and
roster.
this Kiefer Sherwood.
I like him.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably that's the position
Yep.
that was either or, and he had the first goal in Prague the other day on Friday. But interesting. He got sent down. He didn't play in either game. He went to Prague but didn't play in either game, so he got sent down. Also, they brought in Kevin Lankinen as the backup goaltender.
Yeah.
Well, they were sending Connor Ingram, who was the backup goaltender last year. Remember, he started the last 3 games of the series against Colorado when
Right.
Saros got hurt. He got picked up on waivers.
Was Big Save Dave hurt at that time? Remember, Dave
I don't
Riddick
know.
was the primary backup last
Yeah,
year.
but it was
very good.
No, it was Connor Ingram that
Yeah.
that played, but he got
Right.
he was being sent to Milwaukee, but had to clear waivers. Got claimed by the Coyotes.
Okay.
So he's essentially Connor Ingram was their number 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
They want the young Russian to be
Right, Askarov
to be the guy eventually. And but yeah.
I can't. I think I said this before. I cannot wait until that guy learns English because I think he's going to be a character. He just seems like a funny, cool dude, man.
He's just still only 19 maybe.
I went into prospect camp or whatever. Had the prospects and
Right,
draft picks
yeah.
come in and skate a few days before the veterans get there at training camp. I'm in the locker room talking to these kids. They all look like they're 12, 13 years old. We're getting old, Pogue. They're children. They're kids.
Don't include me in your revelations.
Bro, you're old.
I already know that. You don't have to tell me.
I'm older. You're old.
Fine. I'm. You know what though? Can I tell you something? I had my annual physical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had the blood work last Monday. Went in yesterday. Everything, and they did an EKG on my heart. They only got to do a little calcium check on my neck to make sure there's no blockage up there. Everything perfect. Nothing. I said. And I emphasized liver and kidney, and he said the numbers are perfect, and I go liar.
You're like, I love the way you
Liar.
No, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah,
Greg.
I know,
I'm
yeah.
very happy to hear that.
Yeah, and they he said you're
We'd
pretty,
like you to stick around for a
He
little
said
while
you're in pretty
longer
good
there,
shape
Greg.
for the shape you're in.
Hey, round
Yeah.
is a shape.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
okay.
That was.
Oh,
Come on, that was low hanging
round
fruit.
is a shape.
That was a BP
That's
fastball
exactly how
right
you
down
said
the
it.
middle. Is that what it sounded like?
Yeah, you did. Raiders get up 17-0 last night, and then how important is the tight end in this modern era? We don't know.
Right.
With the local team,
Right. What are you talking about? We got Jeff Swaim, baby.
Do you hear seriously? I didn't ever get to this, but I looked. Hooper had 1 target, Swaim had 1 target, and Chig only had 1 target. Only 2 catches and 3 targets. The tight
Downey's
end
got to fix that. Especially, I really think I said this the other day. I think Chig should be the main tight end target. I mean,
Well, it
I
doesn't
know he's
matter.
a rookie, but he's so athletic and fast. Anyway, you were saying.
But I was saying to emphasize the point. Kelsey had 4 touchdowns last night.
7 catches, 25 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, I don't know who the Raiders' defensive coordinator is, but you got to know going in that without Tyreek Hill, Mahomes' number 1 target, especially in the red zone, is Travis Kelce. This guy's a future Hall of Famer, and you let that guy score 4 touchdowns. I'm seriously, the Raiders DC's got to be looking for work today. And what a disappointment the Raiders have been, by the way, right? I mean, everybody talked about that AFC West and how it was going to be a dogfight and everybody's going to cannibalize each other. No, it's the Chiefs. The Broncos, they're trash.
But woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Russell Wilson
Yeah.
is washed. He's washed.
Raiders should
The
have
Raiders are a huge disappointment.
but
Josh
they should have.
McDaniels
Raiders
is a
should have
fraud.
beat Kansas City, and they should have beat
Probably
the
should
Titans.
have beat the Titans. But,
So-
they're sitting there at what? What are they, 1-4?
1-4. Yeah.
What huge disappointment. And, we'll see what we get from the L.A. Chargers. They kind of got away with one Sunday in Cleveland when they beat the Browns, but sorry, Dev. But, so we'll see what they are. Obviously, they have a good young quarterback, but I don't know about their head coach. And, the Chargers always seem to just blank it up when it's important. And, you look up, it's still the Chiefs. So, yeah, I mean, I know
they seem more vulnerable now, though, than in years past.
I'll give you that.
Maybe because of Hill, because – they lost to the Colts.
But they still have Mecole Hardman. McKinnon's a good weapon out in the backfield. They still got guys that could, and they still have, Mahomes, Mr. quote-unquote street ball, and all he does is win games. I'm still hot about that comment, but whatever. But it just, we thought the AFC West was going to be this incredible division. Right now, it's same as it ever was.
Same as it ever. Yeah. That's one of my talking heads. Same as
he tried to do that talking head thing for those of you old enough to remember.
Crashed the microphone.
Yeah, and he slapped the mic.
That's like elementary broadcasting.
Exactly.
Do not attack the mic.
Don't attack the mic.
Matt Rule is out at Carolina. Bad hire. Okay, they gave him 7-year, $62 million.
He still owed $40 million. Matt, they talked to the Panthers owner and they asked him. They said, "Well, what was the conversation like?" "Oh, it's very professional, very cordial." Sure, if I'm Matt Rule, be like, "You want me to go away? Cool, dude. I'm out. Peace."
That's what Ed Orgeron said, right? When they gave him $17 million. Here, give me the check and show me which door you want me to leave in.
Exactly. I'll send for my things. Yeah. I mean, that was ridiculous.
You can have my things. I'll buy more.
Well, quickly, the story on Matt Rule was, Carolina wanted him. The Giants were very interested in him. And he has a second interview in Carolina. It was one of those things where you're the guy we want. We're not letting you out of the building, until you agree to be our head coach. So they offer him the $7 million, the 7-year deal. Was it 62, you said?
62, yeah.
So he calls the Giants and says, well, listen, I got to call the Giants because I'm scheduled to meet them tomorrow. Calls the Giants and says, "Hey, listen, I'm just here's what I'm being offered. I'd still like to come up and talk to you. Would you have any interest in trying to match that?" And the Giants and John Mara said, "Nope, good luck." And they hired Joe Judge, and now both of those guys are out of a job. So, David Tepper is the Carolina Panthers owner, and he was the guy that wanted to be bold and said, "Yeah, I really want this guy." And everybody's chasing that next Sean McVay. That was his grandfather.
John McVay?
Yeah.
The bass player for Fleetwood Mac?
No, John McVay used to be an NFL head coach. He actually coached the Giants. He was the coach of record for the Herm Edwards fumble return, if you remember that. But anyway, I'm rambling a little bit here, but my point is...
Ramble on because we got a break.
All right. Let me land my plane here, okay? You offer. My flags went up when he got offered a 7-year, $62 million deal. I didn't think it was going to work out, and obviously it did.
No, it's Panthers. They're becoming sort of the doorstep of the whole league, right?
Bro,
or the doormat.
They hitched their wagon to Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? Come on.
All right, that gets us going. Coming up at 10:25, our weekly visit. There's 3 things I want to promote here. We've moved some furniture around.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Bell is going to be on with us every Tuesday morning at 10:25, right?
Yes.
NFL dude, CBS Sports,
Right.
CBS Sports Line, and all of that.
Yep.
All right, Brad Powers moves from Wednesday to today, so we're going to get to Brad here in a few
forgot
moments.
last week.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right, John. and then
It's fine. Everything's fine.
it's okay. Brad's fine. I had to text him, walk him back down. And starting tomorrow at 9:25, a new segment, A Coach's View with Watson Brown.
Nice.
Every Wednesday morning at 9:25, A Coach's View with Watson Brown.
It's going to be great because we want to know what coaches are thinking during certain situations.
Because he watches these
Watson's
games.
going to be able to kind of
he watches them differently than we do. He watches these things differently than we do. And primarily he'll be breaking down the Titans, the Vols, the Vandy.
I believe their nickname's the Commodores.
The Commodores, and any other thing that's going on as well. We'll take a break. Coming up after it from Vegas, Brad Powers.
Hey guys, it's Zach. Now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Join today to get started with $150 in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. That's free bets back if your bet doesn't win. Just sign up with our promo code TAS. There's so many great deals. You can combine your bets for a chance at a bigger payout with the same game parlay. And you get paid your winnings fast. All on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Don't fumble your chance to get $150 in free bets, win or lose, with promo code TAS. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. In the state of Tennessee, you got to be 21 and up and present in Tennessee. First online, real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the TN Red Line, 1-800-889-9789.
Lieutenant, can you tell us what happened today?
Our officers responded to a crash on I-40 westbound this morning. The driver of a pickup truck lost control of the vehicle, veered left, and went into a ditch.
911, what's your emergency?
We've been in a crash. Please send someone. My fiance is hurt.
A front seat passenger was wearing a seatbelt. She survived without injury. The driver was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected from the truck. He died at the scene.
Law enforcement writes tickets to save lives. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
How about a win? How about a win? How about a win with top prizes? How about a bid for, win, and a play for quick bucks? How about a win? About a win with a win and a bid for $1, $2, $5, $10 quick games, the best cash games around. How about a win? About a win with a win and sold at your nearest Tennessee Lottery retailer.
Try the new instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. They're loaded with top prizes from $50 up to $5,000. Get them before they're gone. Only from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly. One lucky Powerball player will ring in the new year with $1 million win. Powerball's New Year's Rockin' Eve VIP experience is back with a chance for you and a guest to score the trip of a lifetime to New York City for New Year's Eve. Win exclusive access to epic events and a chance to be the first Powerball millionaire of 2023. Announced live on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. Enter your Powerball tickets at tnviprewards.com by October 30th. The Tennessee Lottery. Please play responsibly.
Your exclusive Nashville Sports Radio WNSR Sky Scan forecast. For this morning, sunny with the high near 82. Mostly cloudy tonight, low around 58. Tomorrow, partly sunny, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon, high near 85. Utilizing the resources of the Weatherbug Network on Nashville Sports Radio, I'm WNSR's Chris Stone.
Sports Radio WNSR.
The show with the callers the other shows won't let on the radio. The Greg Pogue and John Burton Show.
It is the Greg Pogue, John Burton Show, presented by Omni Nashville Hotel. Devlin McKenzie running things. Pat and Cook on vacation. We'll be back in on Thursday, hanging out here in the Strike and Spare Family Fun Center studios. Brad Powers on Twitter is BradPower7, BradPowersports.com, the website, the Bill King link at the top right of the page. He's on with Bill every Friday morning. Brad, good morning. How you doing, my man?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, I was looking.
Brad, real quick. Sorry, Greg. I owe you push-ups for last week, man. I got my days mixed up. I apologize. Please charge it to my head and not my heart.
No worries. I thought I got replaced. So, and that's the name of the game in the industry.
You didn't get replaced.
You did not get replaced. No, I just had a brain fart. You know, I'm over 50 now. I had a senior moment.
Well, I usually text me what we got coming, but then John's been moaning and groaning about too many texts from me.
Yeah, but you get real naggy with the texts, man. I'm just messing with you.
Wow. I said something. I love you put these things out. College football teams against the certain numbers and the superlatives, I guess, if you will, for the over this year. Vanderbilt 5-1 with the over. Does that say something about the Vandy offense or the Vandy defense, or both?
Both, yeah. I mean, obviously, defense is worn down in games. I mean, you saw it last week against Ole Miss. But, the offense has been much better than expected. I mean, the fact that they benched Mike White, who I thought was having a good season, and, the freshman's come in, very talented. I mean, I thought he showed all the way back in a high school All-American game that I watched back in January. I thought he showed out. So a little bit of both. The offense is, overachieved, defense underachieved. Therefore, you get 5-1 to the over. It should be 6-0 if Alabama can score on a first and goal inside the 5-yard line. Hint, hint, wink, wink. I bet the over in that game.
All right, so we got Tennessee, Alabama coming up Saturday. I am super intrigued by this game. I imagine you are as well. How do you see it? What's your early call on this game?
Well, I bet the under on the open at 66.5. It's only moved to a point just because, I worry about the health status, obviously, of Alabama's quarterback, Bryce Young. I think the side, with it being a 7.5-point spread, Alabama being favored, says he'll probably play. But, again, I don't know if he's going to be 100%. I'm here to tell you, I'm hearing whispers that Hendon Hooker's not 100%, the quarterback. Not that he won't play. He will, but his shoulder's bothering him a little bit as well. So right now I like the under more than anything in the game at 65.5. I probably, if I can get if I shop real hard, I can find a 7. I'm anxious to see what this side does. I probably am going to go with the Tide. I know that disappoints a lot of people in Tennessee, but I think it's a short number.
Well, and I guess it's Bryce Young too, right? If he's available or not.
Well, let the line tell you.
Yeah.
Here to tell you that the line's telling you that Bryce Young is going to play. Maybe not 100%, but it wouldn't be 7.5 if he's not going to play. I mean, did you watch Jalen Milroe on Saturday night? That was not a great look. I mean, Alabama had their most turnovers in a game in 7 years. He's got to protect the football if he is indeed the starter. I do think the market's probably overreacting a little bit. Tennessee's blowout win against LSU. I still have question marks about Tennessee. I mean, the Pittsburgh game wasn't my favorite look for them because I bet him in that game. And then the Florida game, I mean, when Anthony Richardson can throw for 450 yards against you, that's not a good look for your defense.
Right.
But you go under.
Under, yeah. Well, it's 65.5. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's about as high as it gets for an Alabama game.
Yeah, no, I was just listening, and the thing is, this is Hendon Hooker's Heisman game too. I know C.J. Stroud's blown out with the 6 touchdowns and everything he did last Saturday, but this is if Hooker's going to get into that next level. He's got to do it this game, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I think he's already got the third shortest Heisman odds, only behind C.J. Stroud and Caleb Williams right now. I mean, I bet everybody. So I'm in pretty good shape. I'll put it that way. I mean, my biggest position was C.J. Stroud, so I'm feeling good there. He's now the Heisman, not only the favorite, he's minus against the field. But, I mean, Hendon Hooker's right there. And if he's not third, I think he's fourth. But Bryce Young getting hurt kind of hurt, obviously hurt his chances doubled up after last week. But, if he shows out, beats Alabama, it's C.J. Stroud and Hendon Hooker, 1A and 1B as far as the Heisman favorites.
What, Brad, what do you think's happened to Kentucky? They started off so hot. They had a high ranking. Now they're, they've lost a couple of games. They got Mississippi State coming in. Where are you at with the Wildcats?
Yeah, not having Levis.
Exactly. They didn't have Levis last week, and they lost at home to South Carolina. Where are you at with Kentucky, and how do you see this game with Mississippi State? I'm looking at Mississippi State as a road favorite, -7.
Well, I mean, it all depends about his status. I mean, he's in a walking boot. Does he play? The line this week telling you he's not going to play, with Mississippi State being a 7-point road favorite. I mean, that one would be probably closer to pick if Levis would play. I mean, that's how much he's worth a point spread. The backup is probably, in my opinion, a below-average backup, at least as far as, a top 25, top 30 team should have a backup. So, I mean, I don't think – look, if he plays last week, I think they beat South Carolina.
I agree.
They're sitting at 5-1, and I don't think we're having this conversation. I did have my biggest bet of the year against Kentucky last week because I kind of had inside information that Levis wouldn't play. So I'm feeling pretty good, with the Kentucky situation because my pocketbook is fatter this week.
Yeah, I saw how your VIPs did, so they're happy too.
Yeah, they got that. I mean, it's tough. I mean, the newsletter gets one update a week, so I mean, I can't, force the news on one update a week. I got that information, I want to say it was Thursday. Maybe it was Wednesday. It was either Wednesday or Thursday. Did a little investigation. I connected the dots, and the news broke, and, the line moved, 4 points within an hour.
Wow. Brad Powers with us, Brad Powers 7, that BradPowersports.com. Bill King link at the top right of the page. He's on with Brad every Friday morning. I do want to mention this. Next week, he's going to be coming on with us on Monday morning. John, you're going to be out of town, number one. Number two, that Tuesday, we're going to be up in Evansville at OVC Basketball Media Day. So Brad has agreed to come in on Monday, which is even better, right? Because we'll give it, the lines will be only 1 day old on Monday.
Yep.
So that's even better.
You'll get some. Hopefully, you get some VIP picks on that Monday show.
Oh, wow! I'll flag the tape. Vandy, we were talking about them earlier.
You got to ask the right questions, though. I'm not going to openly, give you. You're going to have to ask the right questions.
Oh, wow!
Wow! Pressure.
Well, we're sort of centric to our area, so that's the questions we usually ask, okay? And like Vanderbilt, we mentioned them a minute ago and how they've done against the over, but Vandy at Georgia, I saw last night 38. It may have moved a little bit one way or the other, but that's a lot of points.
It is. Especially with Georgia struggling. I know Georgia got a cover last week, but it wasn't a good, early look there. I think 38 seems fair, believe it or not, at least according to my power ratings. What do you think I did on the opener, though, Greg? I'm going to ask you a question.
Well, I don't know what it opened at. What's
no, I'm talking side or total. What do you think I bet?
The amount?
No, what do you? I mean, we just talked. I mean, are you
okay? Well, no. I mean,
you talking about Vanderbilt.
No, you took the over, right? I was thinking about something a lot more. Yeah, no, you took the over. We just talked about it.
Thoughts by Jack Handy. We don't need to go that far. It's pretty keep it simple. Vanderbilt totals over 52.5 is what I bet on the open. I'd still lean over at 58.5.
Wow. So when it's 6 points difference, just in how quickly does that move to get to where it is today? I guess that's 48 hours later, or a little give it.
About 2 minutes.
About 2 minutes does
most.
it?
Sometimes, yeah. It really depends. I thought this week there were some bots. I mean, if we want to get in the weeds a little bit, so what's a bot? A bot can set it up where a line opens up at a particular book, puts in an order, all computerized, and if it's at a certain number. I'm here to tell you there had to be some bots in action because I tried to bet stuff within seconds of the open, and they're already moved 4 or 5 points.
Wow.
Within seconds.
Does that happen a lot?
Yeah, it does now. I mean, people want to win. And, circa the book that I bet at, I mean, they're taking $5,000 a side, $2,000 a total. That's pretty much fair for even guys that do it professionally. On a Sunday morning when everybody else is watching the NFL or the Packers blow a big lead and ruin every single teaser that I bet.
About my Giants there, Brad.
Yeah, that's people are betting it. It's a lot more. They've been doing it 4 years now, and it's a lot more, complicated, and there's a lot more competition than what there was, 4 years ago. I'll put it that way.
I didn't think bots were allowed. Is that? Are they cool with bots? Because, I mean, I always get asked when certain things on the internet, are you a bot? Are you a person? Yeah. How do they get around that?
Some books frown upon it. Others, what can you do? How do you know? I mean, I guess, you can know if you have, 20 bets in 2 seconds. But, the Circuit's a book that doesn't, kick people out. So that's one book that allows it.
Brad Powers is our guest. Brad, how legit are my Syracuse Orange? I'm not, I didn't go there, but I'm from that area. Grew up rooting for them. They got NC State coming in this week. They're Syracuse. It's so weird seeing a number next to Syracuse. They're 18th, NC State 16th. How legit is Syracuse? Now you see this game against NC State on Saturday.
Yeah, obviously they've exceeded expectations. I'm happy because some sportsbook in the summer put their season win total at 3.5.
Wow.
Let's just hope a game doesn't get canceled because that's been a winner for a couple weeks now. I mean, I like their chances now that Devin Leary doesn't look like he's going to play for NC State. So, I mean, I think Syracuse deservedly is a 3.5-point favorite. I'm guessing they would have been an underdog had he been 100%. So, I mean, right now I think they moved to 6-0. Now the next two games will be a little bit more difficult. It's Clemson and Notre Dame, but I mean, heck, bowl eligibility should be celebrated at Syracuse.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, as a fan of the program, you know, my goal every year is like, can you win? Can you get bowl eligible? Can you maybe win 9 games, get to a nice bowl on New Year's Day or whatever? You know, I have no visions of a national championship. That's why I had to adopt Florida State as my 1A team, because that's a team that could actually, on a given year, win a championship, you know?
Brad,
not lately. I put it that way.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting non-conference game. Arkansas at BYU. Usually don't have them in this kind of magnitude in the middle of the season. Usually they play more of the guarantee-type games at home, not going on the road to BYU. Arkansas, maybe a bit of a disappointment so far. How do you measure this one? Because really, I don't know, are there any common denominators between these two?
So that's an excellent question. You know, I give you a hard time when
I deserve it. Yes,
yes. It's one of the most intriguing handicaps of the week. I think Arkansas is the right side. The market's telling you that. I mean, they flipped the favorite. I mean, why did they flip the favorite? Number one, KJ Jefferson, the quarterback for Arkansas, sat out last week's game. Looks like he's going to go. Number two, I think BYU's quarterback's less than 100%. But obviously, unique travel trip. They're playing in elevation. They're not used to, even though Fayetteville is there on the foothills of the Ozarks, they're certainly not used to playing in the type of elevation that BYU is going to offer. So you worry about that for Arkansas. But the reality is both teams need a win. Both teams have, mildly disappointed so far. I think Arkansas is the right side. I haven't gotten to the window yet. I wish I would have fired. There was +3 available on Sunday night. I missed the boat. So, shame on me for that one. I did. It is probably the biggest missed bet opportunity of the week so far for me.
But you still like Arkansas?
I do, with KJ Jefferson healthy. Yeah. I mean, BYU, I'll say I watched the Notre Dame BYU game, and BYU was fortunate to only lose by 8. I mean, Notre Dame had 3 trips inside the 7-yard line and result in a total of 6 points. I mean, that you look at the final and look at the box score, I mean, that's a game that Notre Dame should win by 17 or 18, and I think that's probably inflating BYU's power rating a little much. I mean, Oregon was way too much for them, and obviously Notre Dame was. Now, what I worry, again, is Provo was a little bit different. Ask Baylor about that.
Yeah.
One game locally here, WKU at MTSU, big rivalry game. My alma mater going down to my daughter's alma mater. WKU -6.5, -7 at MTSU Saturday.
Well, I got to check the injury report because it's up to 8 now. And
wow. Yeah, it is. Wow.
Yeah, 8 is saying, screaming Middle Tennessee. I mean, if there's nobody injured, I mean, I got to respect the market and the move. Any moves early in the week I consider sharp. Barney at the bar ain't betting until Saturday, but especially in a Western Kentucky Middle Tennessee game. I have to check the injury report, but right now, I mean, my numbers scream value on Middle Tennessee +8.
All right. Hey, next Monday, Brad, appreciate you doing it a day earlier. We really do. And tell the people how to get in touch with you.
Well, I appreciate you guys. And speaking of you guys, if you want to help me out, or specifically help old Bill King out, here's what you do. You go to bradpowersports.com, click on the Bill King tab at the top of the page. You can download past issues of my newsletter. If you like what you see, you want to sign up for the season, you want picks. I mean, everybody wants picks and wants best bets. Best bets are 30 and 14, college and pro. And if you want the rest of the season, all the way through the Super Bowl, college and pro, it's $69. BradPowerSports.com, Bill King tab, top of the page.
We always want to help Bill out. You
That's
know
right.
that. Yes,
That's right.
Indeed.
We love Bill.
Hey, thanks, Brad. Talk to you Monday.
Yeah, Brad, sorry again about last week.
Thanks, guys. Hey, no worries about it whatsoever. Take care.
No,
guys.
I've been busting him on it. We're going to keep doing that, all right? Hey, see you, Brad.
See you, Brad. Thanks.
No, I'm not. All right, we're wide open to the top of the hour. You want to give us a call,
yes,
please?
You are.
615-844-5600.
It's a scorcher out there, but we've got tips that'll keep you chilling this August. Tip number 1, keep your AC in peak condition. Tip number 2, drink lots of fluids. Tip number 3, go for refreshing top prizes up to a cool $1 by playing all new August Insta games from the Tennessee Lottery. All of these exhilarating games can lead to cold, hard cash. So head to the shade of your nearest Tennessee Lottery retailer and enjoy some game-changing fun today.
Only from the Tennessee Lottery. Please play responsibly.
From scholarship and grant programs to providing students with the qualifications and certifications they need to start their professional careers, the Tennessee Lottery has awarded more than $6.5 billion in funding to education programs, and we're proud to play our part. See for yourself how all of the fun of the Tennessee Lottery goes to supporting someone's future and a brighter tomorrow at tnlottery.com.
Located at 5410 Murfreesboro Road in the heart of Laverne, City Slickers is one-stop shopping for all your liquor, beer, and wine needs and has been a multiple winner annually in the Best of Rutherford County voting for Best Liquor Store and Top Wine Shop. Featuring the lowest prices, the best customer service with unsurpassed knowledge, City Slickers offers the largest craft beer selection in Rutherford and southeastern Davidson counties and has beer on tap at its Growler filling station. City Slickers also sells mixers, sodas, snacks, tobacco products, and the Tennessee Lottery, and can place special orders and assist with all your events and even wedding planning. Make sure you follow City Slickers on all their social media or just give them a call at 615-280-7469. That's 615-280-7469. Located in the heart of Laverne, City Slickers.
When was the last time you did something fun with family, friends, coworkers, and clients? What if I told you about a place under one roof that offers affordable entertainment for all ages? That's what you'll find at Strike and Spare Family Fun Centers in Donaldson, Hermitage, Tusculum, Hendersonville, and Murfreesboro with bowling, games, food, drink, and entertainment for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, laser tag, roller skating, and more. All locations are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Visit online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare, where fun is bowling.
With 13 locations nationally, including Smyrna, Star Leasing Company is a semi-trailer one-stop shop and the perfect place to build a career as a semi-trailer mechanic. Seeking candidates with all levels of experience, Star Leasing Company has a semi-trailer technician trainee program with sign-on and quarterly bonuses and other opportunities such as $1,000 for having a yearly physical. The package also includes 401k with company match, health, dental, and vision insurance, competitive pay with weekly paychecks, and paid holidays and time off. Star Leasing Company, not your typical semi-trailer leasing company. Visit starleasing.com to learn more.
It's NHL's opening night on Sports USA, and we're in New York City as the Tampa Bay Lightning take on the New York Rangers. The Bolts bring big names and big talent to the rink in Cirelli, Kucherov, and Vasilevsky in goal. The Rangers will try to parlay last year's success with Kreider, Zibanejad, and Panarin. It's the rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Final. The Lightning at the Rangers this Tuesday on your home for the NHL playoffs and the Stanley Cup. Sports USA.
Coverage begins at 6 o'clock on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Today, my new dad and I shot off a rocket in the park.
Today, my new son and I failed to shoot off a rocket.
The rocket launched into the air
and then crashed into the pond.
I'll never forget that day.
I'll never forget that day, even if I tried.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are. For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
The show played on a loop at Guantanamo Bay. The Greg Pogue and John Burton Show.
615-844-5600, the Cure Hotline. If you want to give us a call, we'll do that. Heard the promo. Of course, we got Braves baseball coming up 11:52, the pregame, 12:07, the first pitch, Phillies and the Braves down in Atlanta. And then tonight, the NHL season opener, the regular season opener, of course, the Global Series, right. But the season openers tonight.
Those games counted for the Preds, but
yeah.
Tonight's kind of the official NHL opening night.
Yep, NHL opening night. We've got Tampa Bay and the Rangers.
My New York Rangers, yeah.
At 6
Rematch
o'clock.
of the Eastern Conference Finals from last year.
6 o'clock, the pregame, 6:30, the face-off on the Sports USA Network. As well. So, a little hockey tonight.
Well, October's a great month for sports, is it not?
Oh, I love it.
It's amazing.
Yep. 615-844-5600. Kevin, Good morning.
How we doing?
What's up, Mulehead?
Mulehead! Shimmy, shimmy, Cocoa Puff!
I'm going to be shimmying all week, brother. I'm excited.
I'm sure you are, man. I'm sure you are.
When I hear, I like Brad Powers. Don't get me wrong, I like him. But when I hear him say, I'm hearing whispers about Hendon Hooker's shoulder, or I had some inside information on this Kentucky, doesn't that sound kind of shady to you? I mean, who does he know?
Well, I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to tell us.
Right. When you make your living, betting on sporting events, you got to have moles.
Well, you could also keep up with it while just the media that are covering them as well, and so you just pay attention.
Well, that whispers he's hearing about Hendon Hooker, that's Taco Bell talking, buddy.
So how do you know? How do you know?
Okay, yeah.
How do you know?
You got sources there, Mulehead?
I got sources. I got inside information.
He's a mule whisperer.
Yeah.
Besides, his shoulder is not his throwing shoulder like Bryce Young, but I hope Bryce Young plays this weekend. I hope he plays.
Yeah, you want to beat them when they're at their best, right?
I think you just want to, after losing 15 times in a row, I don't care who they put out there. I just want to beat them, right?
I understand Kevin's point because let's say, Young doesn't play and Tennessee wins a close one. What are they going to say?
They beat Alabama.
No, they're going to say, well, yeah, but Bryce Young didn't play, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner.
You can't beat them when they're full strength.
Yeah. No, I'm just.
Well, I've already heard from my Alabama buddy.
Oh, I'll bet.
This morning.
The ish talk, I'm sure, is in full effect, right?
Already moaning, if that backup quarterback player's no way we're beating y'all. But, we can afford to lose this game because.
So they got the built-in excuse already, right?
Yeah, they've already got him in the playoff after losing this. After losing this weekend, he's already got him in the playoff. So it's kind of funny how.
Well, I tell you what.
Know what? I'm just proud. Go ahead, bro.
Well, they lose this game, and then Georgia beats them in the SEC title game. They're out. They're not in the playoffs.
Yep.
How do you know Georgia's going to be playing an SEC title game, Greg?
I would dare say it is a safe bet.
How much you want to bet on that, old buddy?
Woo-hoo-hoo. You calling your shot, Mulehead?
Yeah, go ahead. Just name the amount. Just name the amount. You're go ahead, Daddy Warbucks. Name the amount. Go ahead.
Whoa.
I just said it ain't guaranteed.
Well, you're the one that threw it out there. Whatever you want to do, I'll do. The Georgia will be in the SEC East title game, old buddy.
I tell you what, we'll do a lunch on it, and it's going to be a place where you're not sponsored. You're going to actually have to put somebody down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But hey,
as a matter of fact, the last time we went to lunch, old buddy, old pal, I do believe I picked up the tab with you and Brad, your boss, and, of course, Star Leasing. We're a great partnership, so that was money well spent and an investment of mine. But I don't remember you reaching out there. I don't remember you reaching out there, alligator arms, to pick up the tab.
T-Rex.
Hey, you what invited us, pal.
Yeah.
But anyway, can I get to my point?
No.
Without being rudely interrupted.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just happy. I'm happy that this game means something. It means something for the first time in years that Tennessee and Alabama, one of the best rivalries in all of college sports, actually means something. I don't know how it's going to go down, but I'm just glad that it's going to be a big game. That the whole, Knoxville, Tennessee is the college capital of the world this weekend. You got Game Day there. You got SEC Nation there. You got every outlet known to man is going to be there covering this game, going to be doing live feeds from this game. It's the college capital of the world.
Are you going?
I am. I don't have a ticket. I'm working on it. All
right. See you, Kevin.
See you, Mulehead.
All right, bro. See you.
Now everybody's going to be guessing all week. Who's going to be the guest picker? College Game Day is going to be there.
So I've got to. I have to. Take him to lunch. I think that's a safe bet that Georgia will be in the SEC East champion. So,
I'm probably with you there.
All right, let's take a break there, Devlin.
Are you tired of your current vehicle? Maybe looking for a new or pre-owned vehicle? Hey guys, it's Zach. Hayes Nissan of Rivergate is the best choice for your vehicle needs. Located at 1550 Gallatin Pike North in Madison, Hayes Nissan of Rivergate has been serving the Middle Tennessee community for over 3 decades. That gives you confidence that Hayes Nissan of Rivergate can find the perfect vehicle for your lifestyle and your budget. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff will make sure you are taken care of. I should know because I've seen it firsthand. Every vehicle I've purchased has been from Hayes Nissan of Rivergate, and I love the entire process. Now, I don't want you to forget about their award-winning parts and service department. It has everything you need to get you back on the road. Go visit them on the web at nissanofrivergate.com. They're open there 24/7, 365 days a year. Or give them a call at 615-865-7220. Again, that number is 615-865-7220. That's Hayes Nissan of Rivergate, where your dollar always goes farther.
Hey, it's Patton Cook from Run With It. Let me tell you about my friends over at Smiles by Design. Dr. Dwayne Jones and his team focus on providing you with personalized, gentle care that you deserve. Smiles by Design are one of the few practices that offer state-of-the-art, needle-free cavity fillings. I started going to Dr. Jones 2 years ago, and he has completely changed my smile. They are located at 105 Threet Industrial Boulevard, Unit 1001 in Smyrna. You can visit their website at drdwaynejones.com for more information, or you can call them at 615-355-1033. Again, their number is 615-355-1033, or you can search for them on social media at Smiles by Design. So be sure the next time you're looking for dentistry services, give my friends over at Smiles by Design a try. And don't forget to tell them Patton sent you.
All 5 Middle Tennessee locations of Sam's Place and Sam's Sports Grill are open for dine-in service plus takeout and curbside pickup as well. That's right. You can dine in or out at our locations in Belmead, Murfreesboro, Hendersonville, Old Hickory, and our newest location at Nippers Corner. Happy hours Monday through Friday from 3 to 7 featuring half-price beer. From scratch kitchen items made fresh daily, Sam's Place and Sam's Sports Grill are the best eats and the best seats for every game. For more information, visit samsportsgrill.com.
Slim's Tender Mac Bowls are back. We start with a 3-cheese blend to make our delicious mac and top it with chopped hand-breaded tenders and Colby Jack cheese. Try the Tender Mac Bowl meal or the Buffalo Tender Mac Bowl meal, both served with Texas toast and a medium drink. But hurry, they're only around for a limited time. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Your exclusive National Sports Radio, WNSR Skyscan forecast. Today's going to be sunny with a high of 82. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight, low 58. Wednesday is going to be partly sunny. Can't rule out a stray afternoon shower or thunderstorm, high 86. Sunny Thursday. Utilizing the resources of the Weatherbug Network on National Sports Radio, I'm WNSR's meteorologist, Jim Rinaldi.
Sports Radio, WNSR.
The Greg Pogue and John Burton Show, where the only adult in the room just graduated from college.
615-844-5600, the Cure Hotline. You want to give us a call, please do. And once again, picking with the pickers on Friday, Whispering Bill Anderson is going to be our guest. Looking forward to that. Got that Braves baseball a little bit later on today. Phillies are hot now. Phillies are playing really well.
They're playing with house money. I mean, that's how I feel about the Cleveland Guardians, right? Taking on my Yankees. I mean, they're the youngest team in baseball, and they're feeling their oats.
Well, the disadvantages of the teams that had to play the previous series, that they had to throw their top 2 pitchers, and the Padres had to throw 3, right, with Musgrove all the way down to that. So their disadvantage where the aces of each staff can be trotted out there in this first game. Max Fried will be going for the Braves, so should be fun. 11:52 the pregame, 12. So starting at noon essentially all the way to midnight tonight in baseball.
You got playoff baseball all day. What could be better than that?
Yeah.
That's a rhetorical question. The answer is nothing.
Go that far.
Well, yeah, there's a couple other things, but we can't get into on the radio.
Oh, me. But, you're looking at, again, the Titans. The bye week couldn't come at a better time for them. I know this is about as early as I don't know. Is this the earliest they've ever, after
they've had? I think they've
after
had some
5
bye.
games?
I think they've had some bye weeks in like late September, actually, in early October.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Yeah, but because last year was as we talked yesterday with Teresa, 1st of December, right? First weekend in December, something like that last year.
Yeah, it was late.
But ideally, you want it in that 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Right.
the middle of the
Towards
season.
the middle of the season, sure.
Middle of the season range.
Right.
But right now, couldn't come at a better time for the Titans. 3-2 on top of the division with all the stuff, and woulda, shoulda, coulda. They could be what, 1-4?
They could be 4-1.
Yeah.
Bullock makes that field goal opening day. They're 4-1.
Mm-hmm. So, but you just win and chop wood and win and chop wood. That's what you do in this league.
And we talked about this yesterday, Greg. This games like what we saw on Sunday. That's Titans football. That's what we're going to see. We're going to see, chunks of the game where they look really good, chunks of the game where you're like, what the heck are they doing? I think a lot of these games are going to come down to the wire, and it's just going to, But the advantage they have is obviously their head coach, reigning coach of the year. So, he's done a nice job of getting his team refocused after starting 0-2. Because, this thing could have really went off the wagon. Like you said, if the Raiders would have came in and won that game, now you're 0-3, season's over, essentially.
All right, coming up next hour, Alan Bell, his weekly visits, CBS Sports Line. Go around the horn with him, and he does some gambling stuff, too. He'll do a little prognosticating as well.
Absolutely.
So it's kicking off, you did last week, but every Tuesday, 10:25 with Alan Bell. Hey, you want to call us? Hadn't had a lot of phone calls. This next segment, we're open, 615-844-5600, the Cure Hotline.
ABC News, I'm Jim Ryan. A major step in the nationwide debate over guns. New York City Mayor Eric Adams has declared Times Square a gun-free zone, even though a federal judge struck down this plan just last week and was launched after the Supreme Court ruled that New York's concealed weapons licensing system violated the Second Amendment. The mayor on that decision.
It made a mockery of our justice system, made a mockery of our ability to keep New Yorkers safe.
President Biden and G7 leaders are discussing more support for Ukraine after at least 19 people were killed in missile strikes across the country Monday. The nation could be closer to its first major rail strike in 30 years after the third largest rail union voted down a proposed contract. The White House says it's ready to help in negotiations. Republican Senators Rick Scott and Tom Cotton are campaigning with Republican candidate Herschel Walker in Georgia today. Walker's campaign has been hit with a claim that he paid for the mother of one of his children to have an abortion. He denies that. This is ABC News.
Smart businesses are always looking for ways to improve. Better workdays can start with Cintas. Your dedicated Cintas service reps help make sure you have what you need when you need it. We'll stock your essential cleaning products, deliver hygienically clean workwear, inspect your fire extinguishers, and provide first aid and safety supplies. Cintas is with you every step of the way, so you stay a step ahead. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Are you seeing the telomeres here? Come here, look at the scope.
Dr. Ocasio's lab startup just discovered a gene therapy breakthrough.
The cells have already doubled.
He needs a fleet of research assistants before this breakthrough breaks them.
We need lab techs, research assistants.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Greg Pogue back once again to tell you about Bongo Java, Nashville's oldest and most celebrated coffee company, now also located in the Omni Nashville Hotel. Reward yourself for surviving Nashville traffic with fresh, locally roasted coffee, classic handcrafted espresso drinks, and fresh baked goods all day long. And free Wi-Fi, so you don't have to work from home. #1 in customer service. You made it through the traffic. Reward yourself with a perfect pick-me-up at Bongo Java. Fresh coffee, delicious treats, great atmosphere. Open 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. daily. Bongo Java at the Omni Nashville Hotel
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is, ta-da, State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Austin Hardy is your go-to agent in the Middle Tennessee community for the service you desire at the price you want. So stop shopping around. State Farm agent Austin Hardy has you covered. Call 615-810-9999 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Live from the Nashville Sports Radio studios. Welcome back to the Greg Pogue and John Burton Show.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, who wants to party?
On the radio.
Hold on to your hat.
There are a bunch of drama queens that spend an hour talking and 20 minutes jumping around while blows up.
This is the Greg Pogue and John Burton Show. Brought to you by Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Hold it!
Call now at 844-5600.
We are created to serve a singular purpose for which we will go to any lengths to fulfill.
Now, here are your hosts, Greg Pogue and News Channel 5's John Burton.
Are we on the air?
I believe we are, yes.
615-844-5600. If you want to call the Cure Hotline, give us a call. 20 minutes away from Alan Bell. Alan Bell.
Yeah, we're going to spin around the NFL, our weekly segment with AB from CBSSportsLine.com.
He's pretty much nocturnal, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a lot like me. He's a work hard, play hard guy.
Yeah.
You know, sleep when we're dead, you know. You know, all we need is a few hours and we're good. Not good, but functional. Not functional, but alive.
Well, Troy Aikman last night, of course, against the backdrop of the Tom Brady, whatever that was, you know.
Oh, that horrible roughing the passer call. That.
Well, he had one last night. Derek Carr got sacked by Chris Jones, and Troy Aikman said, my hope is that the competition committee looks at this in the next set of meetings, and, you know, we take the dresses off.
Listen, you know, Aikman, when he played, I mean, he was, you know, he had to retire early because he had a lot of concussions, a lot like Steve Young. Those guys took shots, man, you know, sitting in the pocket. You know, I remember back in the 80s watching guys like Jim McMahon and Phil Simms and Jim Kelly. You know, those guys were tough guys. They stood back there knowing they were going to get smacked. And, you know, so I can understand a lot of these older quarterbacks looking at how quarterbacks are protected, you know, today as opposed to when they played and saying stuff like that. But at the same time, guys, we all know this league, the NFL is all about quarterbacks. You know, if you watch a Green Bay Packers game, you know, we don't want to watch Jordan Love or whatever his name is. We want to watch Aaron Rodgers. So
Don Majkowski.
Right. So, you know, they want to keep the quarterbacks protected, especially the upper echelon, quote-unquote, elite quarterbacks as much as possible. And so that's why we have these rules, because we know that good quarterback play equals race. Why do you think all these other fledgling football leagues inevitably fail? Because they don't have good enough quarterback play. That's really what it comes down to. That's why the NFL, well, it's one of the reasons why the NFL is so popular. Dare I say the main reason, because of the high level of quarterback play you can get from certain players week to week.
I don't know. I'm not going to even go down the Twitter rabbit hole.
I'm not saying it's right. Yeah. I'm just saying that that's how that's where the NFL's coming from.
But maybe taking the dresses off, probably got a little bit for that.
I'm sure Roger Goodell didn't like his Monday Night Football national weekly analyst saying that about his league.
Yeah, well, it's true. Let me ask you this. Our little news poll here. How would you rank the current Monday Night Football booth, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, among all the other NFL broadcasters? Is Jim Nance and Tony Romo at the top, you think, probably?
No, I think it's Buck and Aikman.
You really do?
Yeah. I mean, Nance and Romo are right there, but I think it's Buck and Aikman. They've been together.
Who's the NBC crew now? Tirico?
It's Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth.
That's not bad.
No, they're good.
I like it when it Al Michaels.
Tirico is low-key one of the greatest in this business of all time.
And I like Collinsworth.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people
don't like him. I love him.
Right.
I think he's great.
Well, so all right, where are we gonna we're gonna click on this? Okay. At or near the top, above average, average, below average, other, no opinion. You're saying at or near the top?
Yes.
All right.
For Buck and Aikman, yes.
Yep. All right. Let's see how that goes. We'll see. No, I don't want to do that. Before I got to answer another question.
Of course you do.
Oh, damn it.
Just,
Excuse
how
me.
they rope you in, man.
All right. When listening to broadcast radio, what is more important to you? Entertainment value, on-air personalities, news, weather, traffic, music? I don't listen to broadcast radio. Well, I would say with us, it's definitely the on-air personalities.
Of course.
All right, let's click that one. Oh, it's asking me for another question.
Just, you know what? Scrap it, dude. You're going to go down that rabbit hole for the rest of
Oh,
the
I know.
show.
Now it's trying to sell me life insurance.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Dang it.
How important is life, on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is quality life insurance
All right.
to you
Well,
and your
okay.
family?
Which of the following benefits do you roll in through your employer?
Oh, God.
Pet insurance?
Well, you got a lot of pets. You're like Dr. Doolittle.
I cannot afford. Well, I'm not like Dr. Anything. I'm the guy who pays for the pets. Right. I don't have the pets.
Right.
I don't mess with the pets. No, I like the dogs.
Mhm.
Cats are,
How many dogs do you have?
2.5.
Wow.
Yeah. We had
Okay.
three dogs.
All right, how many cats?
3 cats. Keep going.
No, you got like chickens.
Got about 20 chickens.
Okay.
And about 75,000 bees. I'm not kidding.
I believe you.
And the honey's good.
I'll bet
We're
is.
not getting. It's an early. We're not getting as
Put
much.
that in
so
your
we're not-
coffee in the morning? Oh, you're ready
put
to
it,
go.
Put it in something
Put
in
in
the morning.
something, yeah.
But anyway, I didn't know you could get pet insurance. I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna get to the end of this. I'm gonna go. I'm not employed. Don't receive benefits. Just answer anything right now.
Right.
Which of the following describes your fashion behavior? I'm getting to the damn end of this, okay? I am a fashion innovator, leader, follower. I'm not into fashion. That's me. I'm not into fashion. That's pretty. Am I male, female, or other? Other?
No.
Male. Other.
You're a dude.
All right. So now I'm finally get the answers I want. 44%, the most, said at or near the top. Right. So we agree.
That's significant, right?
Yeah. But now I know about pet insurance. Speaking of that, speaking of pet insurance, here's Clay. Do you want to do it, John?
Just let me talk, Greg.
Hey, Clay.
Boys, how we doing today?
Oh, wonderful.
What's up, Clay?
Now, I'm a little ornery today.
As opposed to any other day?
Y'all correct me. Are the Braves playing at a little after 12, or are they playing tonight?
Nope, they play, actually, the official start time is 12:07. You can listen to it right here, and it's also on Fox.
Okay. So, I will be at my favorite watering hole in Bellevue, having lunch and watching the Atlanta Braves. So,
so everybody can come by and you're buying.
Come on by, Pogue. I'll buy.
It's, from Bellevue to my house, I can be in Bowling Green, Kentucky by the time I'm.
Pogue, I'm at the pub. Come on, I'll buy you a beer. Anyway, the Mets are out, so I guess the New York Mets proved to be a fugazi, right?
Yeah, their fans were talking a lot of you-know-what towards Yankee fans, and they're out. So, sucks to be them.
But anyway, it's going to be, I think, the Braves and the Dodgers in the National League Championship Series. The only question is, can the Braves beat them again this year? Be interesting. The Braves playing the National League Championship Series against, Freddie Freeman, a former, icon in a Brave uniform. So it'll be interesting to see. But my heart says yes, that they can pull this off again. But my head says they lose in about 6 games to the Dodgers. What do y'all think?
Well, let's just say it like it is. They need to get by the Phillies first. Phillies are a hot team right now.
Right.
Zach Wheeler's a hell of a pitcher at the top of that rotation. They won't see him to game 3, I believe. So just cool your engines there, Clay, and let's get through this one if you're a Braves fan.
Okay, I'll say this: if the Philadelphia Phillies beat the Atlanta Braves, I will come to that studio and stand on my head.
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
Well, I'll do this. If the Phillies beat the Braves, you'll just say, hey, don't worry about bringing me the beer can chicken. How about that?
Right.
No, the reason why I said I was ornery, I have some friends that are headed to Atlanta now for the game, and I could have easily gone, but they did not invite me. So I'm a little ticked about that.
You know, it's sort of like in golf, Clay, when you call up a guy, hey man, I understand y'all are going golfing, and say, sorry, Clay, we've already got 3.
Anyway, boys, how about this beautiful weather we're having?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It is. I love it. Autumn is the best. October's my favorite month.
It's weird.
You're weird.
Things are so dry. I mean, it almost.
Well, we're supposed to get some rain tomorrow. We're in a drought right now. We're supposed to get some rain tomorrow and some Thursday. So hopefully we get some.
It's been what? I guess we'd have to ask Leland or Henry about this, JB, but I bet it's been, 3 weeks since it's rained?
Probably more than that.
At least. Yeah, at least.
Anyway, boys, have a fabulous Tuesday and go Braves.
All right, go Braves. He didn't want to get out of the beer butt. I gotta get him a chicken. Don't think I'd ever said that about a man before. Got to get the man a chicken. But yeah, he beat me. So the day the Braves I understand what he's saying, but the Braves are not. I know they're favored. Obviously, I hadn't even looked at the lines on to win the series.
I would expect them to handle the Phillies, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so. But Phillies
like you said, the Phillies are hot. I mean, I think the two most dangerous teams that are in this division series, respectively, are the Guardians and the Phillies. You can throw the Padres in there, too. And, it's going to be a battle because, they finally want to beat Big Brother, right, the Dodgers. But, as a Yankee fan, I'm not nervous, but I'm certainly concerned about the Cleveland Guardians in that ALDS.
Yeah, I mean, you get to this level, it takes just a couple pitchers, if you can get them lined up. But
well, the Guardians have really good pitching, and they have a guy in Jose Ramirez who could win a series all by himself. And now we got Garrett Cole going in Game 1, who's been shaky at best. A lot of Yankee fans don't trust this guy, and so we'll see what happens.
Well,
I'll feel a lot better if the Yankees take Game 1.
The Braves went 11-8 this season, and the run differential 88-85, so pretty close. You got
against the Phillies. You're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
You got Ranger, Suarez, Max Fried today, so
it's going to be interesting.
Phillies plus 165, Braves minus 210. If you want that, that's for today.
What's Yankees Guardians? Do you have that information?
I don't know, Devin. Can you look that up?
Yankees right now minus 215 on the money line, 1.5 run favorite.
And
for tonight or the series?
That'd be tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Gotcha.
And 1.5 the run differential.
Yeah.
I'd lay the 1.5. Because I think Garrett Cole's going to come out. You're pitching against you're going against Quantrill,
right?
who's like their third best pitcher.
Yeah,
he's 15-5 though. I don't
know.
know.
He's had a good season.
He's had a hell of a
year.
year.
That's what concerns me. They've got Bieber. They got
Bieber.
Tristan McKenzie, Dr. Sticks, the skinny man. He pitched great the other day in that 15-inning game.
All of these teams are there for a reason. Yeah, at this level, I could see the Padres beating the Dodgers. I really could. But they're at a disadvantage because they had to pitch.
Right.
They had to get extended to the third game against the Mets, and then with Musgrove going a couple nights ago.
So who's going for L.A.? Kershaw?
Julio Urias.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's 17-7. He's their ace this year. It was Buehler before he got hurt. Yeah, with the Tommy John, I think, and so his second Tommy John, as a matter of fact, for Walker Buehler. But so they're down a pitcher in that at the top of the lineup there. I don't know. It should be fun.
I should know this, but is David Price still on the
yes.
the Dodgers?
Yeah, he's like set up, middle relief.
Okay.
Yeah, not doing much. Yeah. I guess he made their playoff roster.
You see, Aroldis Chapman did make the playoff
I know.
roster for the Yankees because he skipped a workout, but chances are they weren't going to have him on anyway. And I think he kind of knew going in. That's why he basically said, you know, I guess supposedly according to Bob Nightingale, USA Today, he asked the Yankees, are you going to have me on the roster? And they're like, well, we don't know yet. We're still trying to figure that out. And he basically said, well, if you're not going to have me on, I'm not showing up, which is ludicrous. I don't know why he would do that. But
David Price is on their roster for the playoffs. But, man, boy, Chapman, is he done?
Yeah. He's done like dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, because
he's too inconsistent. Now, he'll come in and have a good outing, but there are times where he comes in, he can't even
and he's down to, 98? There's a lot of people throwing 98 these days.
Yeah, he's not the novelty that he was 5, 6, 7 years ago when he was throwing a $105 consistently, you know?
Yeah, a lot of heaters at 98. That's not that much.
Yeah, if you're a hitter in Major League Baseball, you better be able to hit a 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
You know, now's the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Join today to get started with $150 in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. That's free bets back if your first bet doesn't win. Sign up with the promo code GregP. All things going over there. Your favorite bets, money line, point spreads, player props, all of that stuff. Big payout, same game parlay, all of that. That's the way to do that. Live betting. You see something going on in the game you like, trends or injuries, heaven forbid, or whatever. Live betting in game, and you get paid your winnings fast. And that app, that's my favorite part of it, that app. It's safe and secure and easy to use, which is important for knuckleheads like me. Don't fumble. Get your chance to get $150 in free bets, win or lose, with promo code GregP.
Oh, yeah. Use promo code GregP.
Hey.
Dig it.
Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of NFL. And you got to be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only, $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets, expires 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. Coming up from CBS Sportsline, Alan Bell.
Hey guys, it's Zach. Now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Join today to get started with $150 in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. That's free bets back if your bet doesn't win. Just sign up with our promo code TAS. There's so many great deals. You can combine your bets for a chance at a bigger payout with the same game parlay. And you get paid your winnings fast. All on an app that's safe, secure, and super easy to use. Don't fumble your chance to get $150 in free bets, win or lose, with promo code TAS. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NFL. In the state of Tennessee, you got to be 21 and up and present in Tennessee. First online real money wager only. $10 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire 14 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the TN Red Line, 1-800-889-9789.
Before you know it, the holiday season will be upon us, so it's time to start planning. If you're having a holiday party or event this year, then you should consider the Omni Nashville Hotel. Have a festive holiday party for your company, family, or friends at the most luxurious location in Music City. All your guests will experience the award-winning service from their well-trained, courteous staff at the Omni Nashville Hotel. Rooms that are second to none, and venues that will be the envy of all your guests. For smaller gatherings, reserve the private dining room inside Kitchen Notes. For a fun party atmosphere, consider bar lines. And for high-end corporate entertaining, choose Bob's Steakhouse. You can't go wrong when you book your party at the Omni Nashville Hotel. For more information or inquire about availability, just call 615-782-5333. That's 615-782-5333. The Omni Nashville Hotel, Music City's holiday party destination. When was the last time you did something fun with family, friends, coworkers, and clients? What if I told you about a place under one roof that offers affordable entertainment for all ages? That's what you'll find at Strike and Spare Family Fun Centers in Donaldson, Hermitage, Tusculum, Hendersonville, and Murfreesboro, with bowling, games, food, drink, and entertainment for all ages. Enjoy an enhanced experience in Hendersonville or Murfreesboro, where they feature additional fun with bumper cars, laser tag, roller skating, and more. All locations are open 7 days a week, including holidays. Visit online at strikeandspare.com. Strike and Spare, where fun is bowling.
Five-state forecast. Your exclusive National Sports Radio, WNSR Skyscan forecast. Today's going to be sunny with a high of 82. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight, low 58. Wednesday is going to be partly sunny. Can't rule out a stray afternoon shower or thunderstorm, high 86. Sunny Thursday. Utilizing the resources of the Weatherbug Network on National Sports Radio, I'm WNSR's meteorologist, Jim Rinaldi.
Sports Radio WNSR.
The show with the callers the other shows won't let on the radio. The Greg Pogue and John Burton Show.
It's Greg Pogue, John Burton, Devlin McKenzie, right here, Strike and Spare Family Fun Center Studios. Devlin sitting in for Pat, and he'll be back on Thursday, a little vacation time. Alan Bell, you won't do the honors. You do the honors.
Well, do we have the open ready? No, Dev. Normally we do the open, so I guess I'm going to have to rap it a cappella.
Whatever you want to do. I can do a cappella. Ready? A cappella.
No. Every Tuesday when Alan Bell comes on, we have this canned open for him, but Devlin's here. I should have told him about it earlier. So, with so much drama in the NFL, it's time to check in with our guy, Mr. Alan Bell, because he somehow, some way, keeps coming up with great information like every single day. Morning, Alan.
Good morning. Look, let me say this. The talent level is through the roof. Like, all of these recording artists that, run out there with pre-tapes and everything, you don't even need. You're ready to go live.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate it because certain people,
me,
don't appreciate my other talents. So.
Is that what that is? Because it's called talent?
Well, well, let me say, it is appreciated also. Pogue, well done on the acapella. Acapella.
Andy Griffith's show, right?
There you go.
Yeah, Barney Fife. Can you sing a cappella? Well, of course I can. A cappella. A cappella. All right, Alan. I guess Troy Aikman wants them to take the dresses off of these little pansies that are playing quarterback.
I mean, come on. Especially that call in the Falcons game, Alan, was absolutely egregious. Horrible call.
Horrible. All right, so we've seen two in 2 straight days. Now, look, we all kind of figured, that the NFL would, have a serious course correction, after the Tua situation. But, I mean, it's just gone way too far. And here's the thing. Last night was embarrassing for the NFL. I mean, that entire referee show, and let me say, it affected both teams. The Chiefs were absolutely, screwed out of a turnover. And then the Raiders were just taken out of the game, right after that through the third quarter. The fact that they were even able, to stay in the game, right, from a points perspective, was amazing because legitimately every call was going against them. And the crowd, that was the first time I've ever seen a crowd, absolutely have an effect on what the referees were calling. It was blatant. I had never seen that before.
Alan Bell, we should mention, from CBSSportsline.com, joins us every Tuesday at 10:25 to talk about everything going on in the National Football League. Well, Alan, I said this earlier. I mean, you look at this NFC West, we all thought it was going to be this, Wild West gunfight with all these, good and great quarterbacks. But you look at the Broncos, they're Fugazi. Russell Wilson, I think, is washed. And, Nathaniel Hackett has no idea what he's doing. The Raiders are a huge disappointment at 1-4. Not sure what the Chargers are yet. They kind of got away with one winning in Cleveland the other day. But, here we're sitting after 5 weeks, and it's Kansas City on top with Mr. Street Ball, Patrick Mahomes. Same as it ever was, right?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely, man. The crazy part is this, right? So, Denver, I was all over Nathaniel Hackett. And, look, I'm not saying that he's Vince Lombardi. I still have serious questions. But I'm starting to wonder, is this all on Russell Wilson? And what I mean by it is this, is that as each week goes, we're seeing him changing multiple plays at the line of scrimmage, which, NFL quarterbacks do, understandable, right? Mm-hmm. However, I wonder how much this is Russell Wilson pushing on a rookie head coach who really can't say no because the quarterback makes 100 times more money than he does, right? You can't say no. You know what I mean? So I wonder how much of that is going on in Denver. You still got the Chargers. Their coach does some banana land things, but, they were lucky to get that win. And then the Raiders, man, they're not kicking an extra point like, I get the analytics game and all this, like, to an extent. What in the world was that?
Yeah.
Like,
was it 4.5 minutes, something like that, or something? Yeah, and so
Right.
you have plenty of time to get the ball back.
I'll tell you what, guys, between coaches going for it, I think way too much on fourth down and these, when to go for two and all this analytics type of stuff, it's scrambled. My brain is like scrambled eggs right now with all that. I'm just not used to all that.
It is. Like, on our morning show, all right, today, like, I said the exact same thing. I said, from a sports betting perspective, I said, look, you need to be aware that betting on games, in full, like spread or total or something, I was like, these decisions are not making sense, and it's going to affect you, and it's going to affect your bets. Like, you've got to be careful with some of these coaches. And what it's going to do is that coaches who literally just follow the normal game script of, hey, I kick extra point, I kick field goal. Like, we're going to see these teams steal wins, right? Like, we're going to see it over and over because these new age coaches are coaching themselves out of just general good information. It's nuts, man. But yeah, to your previous point, the AFC West is not what we thought that it was at all. And how did the Colts beat the Chiefs? What in the world was that?
I know, it's crazy. That Thursday night game set football back about 100 years too.
Oh, it was awful. Look, the crazy thing is the Colts can't win in the AFC South. Yet they now have 2 wins in the AFC West. So there you go.
Yeah.
Alan Bell with us, Alan Bell 24/7. How to follow him on Twitter. Locally, the Titans, they limped to the bye 3-2 atop the division, and it's probably about where we thought they'd be anyway, right? Lose to Buffalo, maybe lose on the road to Indy, and win the other 3. They just got there in a different way. They got to get some people healthy, and especially on the defensive side of the ball, and do something with Caleb Farley.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Greg suggested maybe moving him to safety. What do you
right.
think?
Well, but they don't need a safety
right.
when Hooker's.
They got Hooker and Byard,
but maybe put him back there for a depth piece. But he cannot play corner.
It just doesn't look like he's picking things up there, Alan. What do you see?
No, yeah. I mean, look, everything that you said is right. All right. So first off, this bye week comes at a very good time for them. They do need to get healthy. 3-2, man. So you're sitting 60%. Through 5 games this year. It's not great, but it certainly could be worse. Look around the league. Like, I have a feeling that this year is going to be a crazy, weird year, right? So, like, getting wins is the most important thing, and it always is, but they might not always be pretty. Just get it and get out of there, right? So, 3-2, sitting good. Team's getting better. Offense is getting better. They still have, things to work on, but you got plenty of time to do that. As for Farley, I agree. Like, and this is a product of them being injured, right? Like, just not having a full roster of their guys. Kind of see it like offensive line as well. Like, some games they'll show out and look okay. Other games, my goodness, you could tell that they have no depth there. But that being said, for Caleb Farley, like, I think that what we're going to see is you got to find creative ways to alleviate that. Pass rush is going to be a big part of it. And I think the Titans pass rush is pretty good, right? But I think that we're going to see some maybe just a touch more aggression out of it, and maybe in some creative ways, right, to where you can alleviate that and keep teams from picking on guys like him. So we'll see. But you got a good coaching staff here in Tennessee. I know that questions come with coordinators and stuff, but they're pretty good, and Mike Vrabel's pretty good. He knows what he's doing. So, if I were a Titans fan, like, I'd feel pretty good about where you're at. It could be a whole lot worse.
You know what could be a lot worse? Matt Rule. He's due over $40 million. I saw where you retweeted something, Alan. He's going to make $834,000 a month for the next 48 months.
Nice work if you can get it.
$834,000. Yeah, for 48 months. Yeah. In his contract, like, if he takes another job, standard deal is, whatever he makes at the new job, right, like, that'll be docked off the Panthers' part. So it's not like you're going to double dip. Let me say this. Before we get into Matt Rule real quick, how about Jimbo Fisher's contract?
Yeah.
Does not have that clause. So if he gets fired after this year, that's $85 million that he gets every dollar of that, Jack, on top of a new job that he gets. Yeah. Like, how about the leverage Jimmy Sexton pulled on that one? That's an amazing contract. Now, as to Matt Rule, look, this thing just never made sense. And, he came in. Remember his first draft when he drafted all defensive players?
Yep.
All of them. 7 of them. Like, buddy, what are you doing? Like, this league is built on scoring. I certainly get, getting better on defense. Certainly. I mean, they had a lot of holes that they needed to fill. But, dude, what are you doing? Like, you've got to focus on the offense. And the Colts are going to run into this problem, too, because they got a ton of money in free agency that they never spend. They never draft quarterbacks. And they're always picking up, 40-year-old QBs that are right at the end. Like, that equation's not going to work at all. So, yeah.
Well, back to Carolina real quick. I mean, they hitched their wagon to Baker Mayfield. I mean, that pretty much says it all, does it not?
Yeah. I mean, they were already out of options.
Yeah, they didn't have a choice much, really.
But and they went out and paid to do it, right? Like, I mean, now you kind of double dipped. Like you doubled down on having a bad hand in poker, right? Like you're pot committed and you were screwed, right? It just doesn't make sense. Like it's one of those things. Like Matt Rule's a great human being. Like every single person that's ever been around him has said nothing but great things to say. That being said, I mean it's a results-driven business, right? Yep. And it just wasn't going to get done. And the crazy thing about it is that it was kind of cursed from the beginning. So with the Joe Brady thing, and then he ends up firing him a year into it. When they brought Baker Mayfield in, Joe Brady would have been the perfect OC for Baker Mayfield. Like, it would have been a match made in heaven. However, it just wasn't meant to be. It was bad from the start. And credit to them for just cutting it off, just being done. When you're ready to fire somebody, do it. Auburn's running into that problem and has been here for a little while now.
What about Baker's old team, the Cleveland Browns? Obviously a disappointing loss. Their defense was supposed to be a lot better than this. Trust me, I listened to a lot of sports talk in Cleveland. They're a little down on Stefanski. They're a little down on Myles Garrett. Obviously Jacoby Brissett's doing his best. He's a good 58-minute quarterback, but in the final 2 minutes he hasn't gotten it done. Starting hearing whispers about maybe Stefanski on the hot seat. Are you buying that, or is it wait until Deshaun Watson gets there?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to wait, right? I mean, the owner Jimmy Haslam, he went out of his way to make this thing a deal. So, you got to, you got to give the coach time to deal with it. Let me say this. I throw it back to you. I think that the AFC North better than anybody. Like, the Browns, I'm with you. The defense should be better. I don't hate Jacoby Brissett as a quarterback, but he is what he is. It's kind of like Teddy Bridgewater.
Right.
Like, you're going to get decent, but they're going to fall apart at some point. But my thing is, I cannot understand what is the actual problem because they run the ball well.
They don't run enough, Alan, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it comes down to the red zone. The play calling is atrocious, and they just can't put in touchdowns, man. I don't get it. So I mean, I throw it to you. You've seen the Browns. You've covered that area, for a long time. What do you see as the issue? Because red zone play calling is pretty much all I got. They got a good team.
I just feel like with Jacoby Brissett, like you said, he is what he is. And he's actually put up good numbers and he's played well. Yeah. But you have Chubb and Hunt in that backfield and one of the best offensive lines in football. You got to feed those guys the ball. You can't rely on Jacoby Brissett to win you a game. He can manage a game for you, but, Nick Chubb should be touching the ball minimum 25 times a game. And for whatever reason, Stefanski gets stubborn. Like you said, he starts doing all this goofy stuff in the red zone, and it's costing him games.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you know what? I'll give you a perfect example of last night. 3rd and 1 constantly on the field for the Las Vegas Raiders. Josh Jacobs touched the ball 0 times. 0. That man was a freight train last night.
He was running well, yeah.
To him on 3rd and 1? I think you're right. I think that, when it's critical play calling time, they just go banana land instead of just run the football. That's the one thing. If you have, an argument about, the Titans offensive coordinator, the play calling, I get it. I'm not saying that you're wrong. But they at least understand when you're at the goal line, everybody knows who's getting the rock. You know what I mean?
Big man.
That's not a question. Yeah.
Alan Bell's our guest, CBSSportsLine.com. All right, sorry, guys. Got to indulge me. Got to ask about my Giants off to a 4-1 start.
It's going to be the Giants and the Jets in the Super Bowl.
That's right. Big win in London over Green Bay, comeback win. Couple questions. Dable is doing this with a pretty bad roster. How significant is that? And number 2, do you think maybe the Giants are starting to, warm up to the idea that maybe Daniel Jones might be our guy going forward?
Yeah. Let me say this. All right, so first off, you're right, on the roster. And I'm not saying that, the team overall is bad. Just exactly what you said, right? There are places to where positional groups could be better.
Yes.
Depth could be better, right?
Yep.
That said, Brian Dable is doing an incredible job at, not only calling the offense, but as the head coach as a whole, all sides of the game. Number 2, Daniel Jones. This dude is, say what you want about what we've seen previously. This cat is tough, man. He's gritty. Like, that win in London it should have never happened. Like, you look, like, and what I mean by it is this, is like, you got a team who's so banged up, like, coming into it, that, like, they're legitimately one-dimensional, right? Saquon, just stop Saquon, and you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they couldn't do either. Daniel Jones was running amok out there, man. That was a massive win, and, we talked about it last week. Like, it's amazing what you can do in any profession, football, sports, normal business work, whatever. When everybody believes and everybody's working towards one goal, like, good things usually happen. And that's what we're seeing with the New York Giants, man. Like, they're not the best team out there. They kind of remind me of, like, Vrabel's Titans, like when he first got there.
Yep.
And it was like the roster, like, you had pieces, but there's also things that you needed. But you know what? Like, they went out and they gave you a 60-minute just fight. Like, you're going to have to fight them. And that's what the Giants are doing, man. It's incredible to watch. Good for them. And I wish them all the best, because I love watching teams that they know they're not the best, but you know what? You're going to have to fight all of them, and generally you can't do that.
Alan, Mike Tomlin got enough equity built up, and then also that family doesn't fire coaches. We've seen that. He's pretty safe for this year at least, right?
And do you think the Steelers kind of just threw up the white flag by starting Pickett?
Yeah, a little bit. You know what? I'll say this. We've seen, a transition time at GM, for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which, again, like, that organization doesn't change much, in those important positions. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect, like, anything crazy at all in regards to that. But I think it's at a point to where Mike Tomlin, it's a no lose, right? And what I mean by it is this, is like, play the kid. Like, we drafted him, play the kid.
Plus, he's
what I mean?
He's 24 years old, right? He's not exactly, his clock is already ticking on his career.
Absolutely. Like, it's ticking, and you know what? I mean, what's the worst thing that's going to happen, right? Like, from a team perspective. You know what I mean?
Go up to Buffalo and get blown out.
That is true. But it's like, I think that there's enough equity built in. And look, Steelers fans knew what was coming. Like, there were no Steelers fans that were sitting there thinking, like, this was a 14-3 team. You know what I mean? So it kind of is playing out. It is what it is. The defense is still good. Like, that's the most amazing part. Like, is that you're still going to have to bring it. Now, take the Buffalo game out of it, but we're going to say that about pretty much everybody Buffalo plays.
Mm-hmm.
They're just such a different team than everyone else. That being said, like, you still better bring it when you play Pittsburgh. Like, you're going to have to beat them 19-10, 19-12. And if you don't, like, they're not going to give you 3 points. Like, you're going to have to earn them. So, yeah, it's just not going to be a banner year. But, it's the Steelers, man. Like, they'll figure it out the next couple of years. They always draft better than everybody else anyway.
Sure do.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Alan, do this. Tell everybody how they can
get your plugs in, man.
Sample all the different things you can do. How can we do that?
Yeah, you know what? You can find me on this show every Tuesday.
Yeah, buddy.
There we go. No, man, like, you can find me on Twitter at AlanBell247, sportsline.com, cbsports.com, youtube.com/sportsline. We have a daily sports betting show, 15 minutes or less, get you all the picks that you need for that given day. But, yeah, man, I'm just excited to be with you guys, man. I love chopping it up with you.
We're excited to have you, man.
Well, we'll tell you this, but not next Tuesday. We will be, John's off, and I will be in Evansville at OVC Basketball Media Day. So take a Tuesday off
next Tuesday. Yeah, you got next Tuesday off. Enjoy it.
There we go. Already at the bye week.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, thank you, Alan. See you, buddy.
Hey,
thanks, Alan.
Thank you.
All right, Alan Bell. Hey, we're wide open to the top of the hour on the Cure Hotline, 615-844-5600.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information. Subscription required. Refund available for 60 days after purchase.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 90% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to 4hims.com/joy. At Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the biggest brands at 90% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but 90% cheaper. It's the same medication you get from your doctor, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. Results are guaranteed or your money back. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/joy. That's forhims.com/joy for your free online visit. forhims.com/JOY.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
You have a 90% chance of surviving a lightning strike. You have a 98% chance of surviving a shark attack. You have a 99% chance of surviving a snake bite. But you only have a 50% chance of surviving a crash if you aren't wearing a seatbelt. Your truck may be tough, but a seatbelt makes it tougher. Buckle up in your truck. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Hey Nashville, Ray here from Run With It. Let me tell you about our sponsor, Boom Boss Craft Pizza and Tap House. And with 4 locations in Bellevue, Murfreesboro, Spring Hill, and East Nashville, they're your home for the best gourmet pizza and craft beers in Music City. Join me on Monday nights at the East Nashville location for poker night. And if you think you know everything, try Wednesday night trivia at both locations. Gourmet pizzas, craft beers, online at boombozz.com. Boom Boss Craft Pizza and Tap House.
Jim Rome is here weekdays 11 to 2 on Nashville Sports Radio, WNSR.
The SEC is for closers, and there's only one way to survive in the SEC, ABC. A always B, B, C, closing, always be closing.
A, B, C. A always B, B, C, closing. Always be closing.
Jim Rome, 11 to 2 on Nashville's original sports radio, WNSR.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've messed up your daughter's haircut. Do you A, get spiritual?
Mom, where's the mirror?
Beauty is within. Oh.
B, find the positives?
Less time blow drying, more time texting?
Or C, show empathy?
Mom, you really don't have to.
Twinsies!
I kinda love it. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
The Greg Pogue and John Burton Show, or as we call it, 2 Men and a Baby.
What? You got something to say?
Well, yeah, you say congratulations to Devlin. I'm now following you on Instagram.
That's right.
Like it's some big damn deal that
That's
you're
right.
following him on Instagram.
By the way, you can follow me on Instagram at JohnBurton32, Twitter as well.
By the way, I can be followed on Instagram at the Pokester, but I will never ever see it.
Then why do you have an Instagram account?
I don't know. I don't ever look at it.
You have a TikTok?
No.
I do, but
I'm not surprised.
You'll never see my TikTok account. I don't.
You have it hidden on the deep dark
A,
web?
I don't know what it is, and B, the only reason why I did it is because, like I said, the hip hop artist that I manage in Pittsburgh is on it, and I just want to keep up with what he does.
You're on the.
By the way, shout out to my man D. Brock, the lyrical Damon Brock, about to undergo neck surgery. He's had some issues. Yeah, my rap artist in Pittsburgh. Do me a favor, go to Apple Music and check out D. Brock the Lyrical, D.A. Lyrical.
Spell it.
It's got some new music there.
Spell it.
D.A. Lyrical. Lyrical.
ICO?
D. Brock, B-R-O-C-K. So it's D space Brock space D.A. Lyrical. It's his music is on Spotify, Apple Music. I'm gonna have you sample some.
Are you on TikTok, Devlin?
I'm not. No.
But you go to TikTok
I
a
go to
lot,
TikTok.
don't you? Oh,
Yeah.
I
Half my
just,
day.
half your day.
Could you see him there just sitting on the couch, just swiping through?
Yeah.
I like her. Like. Hit the like button. Yeah.
I usually spend mine on just that website, hotgrandmas.com.
Yeah.
So, anyway. 615-844-5066.
FarmersOnly.com, too. I mean, you're a bit of a farmer, aren't you?
No, I'm not a farmer. We used to, with Grace, because we live in the country. That doesn't make you a farmer, right?
No, that's true.
And so Grace had her a John Deere, when it was cool to wear the John Deere cap and everything, and she would go to high school, and she'd, well, I live on a farm. I'm a farmer. I said, Grace, just because you live in the country does not make you a farmer, okay? You are not a farmer. Trust me.
You don't have to be lonely.
Both my grandparents were, though. I grew up, in families extended,
Well, I grew up in a farming community in upstate New York, so pretty familiar with it.
I've done everything you can do with tobacco except smoke it. Seriously.
Smart.
You set it. First off, you do the plants. You pull the plants. Then you set it. Then you later through the process, you top it. You ever top tobacco?
I can't say as I have.
Yeah. I've cut tobacco. I've hung tobacco. I've stripped tobacco. Done it all from stem to stern. I am a country boy, huh?
You are.
Yeah. Done all those things.
Country boy can't survive.
You ever go hunting?
No, I didn't. All my friends did growing up.
I did.
Yeah.
I did grow. I hadn't been hunting much.
Been fishing a couple times, but I've never really been hunting.
I love to fish, but deer hunting, I just couldn't sit in the stand for there like that. But I used to go dove hunting a lot and rabbit hunting. And
like my friends, my contemporaries, my peer group, Thanksgiving morning, instead of getting together and playing a little tackle football game in the morning before dinner, they would go hunting.
Yeah.
I'm like, does anybody want to play football? It's Thanksgiving Day. They're like, no, we're going hunting. So
if you want to hunt turkeys out by me, you can just sit on my front porch and throw rocks at them. I'm not kidding you. Yes, this morning there was 1 yard. I'm not kidding you. Had at least 20 turkeys in it. I'm not exaggerating. Then I go another quarter mile, and there's another just flock of turkeys all out through there. I've eaten that turkey, there are also, what's the wild boars? There are wild boars in Rutherford County?
Yeah, did Traylon Burks grow up hunting wild boar?
Yeah, killed him, yeah.
I mean, now Traylon Burks is a country boy.
Well, but there are wild boars, and what they do, they'll just root everything, fences and all of that stuff. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Since we really don't want to ruin that perfect segment that we're going to send in for an Edward R. Morrow Award, we're going to take a break. That way we'll give Schmitty a little bit more time on the other side.
Nashville's first curling venue is here at T-Line Nashville. Come check out T-Line Nashville and experience the world's fastest growing winter sport today. Curling is a fun and simple sport that's a perfect outing for friends, corporate events, families, or parties. T-Line also has classic bowling and modern bowling mini games. With over 20 HD TVs, you can come watch your favorite teams and some of the best food and drinks here in Nashville in the large bar and grill area. They also have an outdoor area with a fire pit, and you can't forget the live music. T-Line Nashville is a one-stop shop for a great night out. Located at 106 Duluth Avenue and online at tlinenash.com. You can book your party now or give them a call at 615-439-1024. That's 615-439-1024. And make sure you give them a follow on Instagram and Facebook at T-Line Nash for all the news, events, and updates. T-Line Nashville. Nashville's first curling venue is here. Located at 5410 Murfreesboro Road in the heart of Laverne, City Slickers is one-stop shopping for all your liquor, beer, and wine needs and has been a multiple winner annually in the Best of Rutherford County voting for Best Liquor Store and Top Wine Shop. Featuring the lowest prices, the best customer service with unsurpassed knowledge, City Slickers offers the largest craft beer selection in Rutherford and southeastern Davidson counties and has beer on tap at its Growler filling station. City Slickers also sells mixers, sodas, snacks, tobacco products, and the Tennessee Lottery, and can place special orders and assist with all your events and even wedding planning. Make sure you follow City Slickers on all their social media or just give them a call at 615-280-7469. That's 615-280-7469. Located in the heart of Laverne, City Slickers.
Attention. If you owe back taxes to the IRS, this message is for you. Congress has passed $80 billion in funding to more than double the size of the IRS. 87,000 new IRS employees means more audits, collections, and penalties. This will make the IRS larger than the Pentagon, State Department, FBI, and Border Control combined. Now is the time to call Civic Tax Relief.
I owed the IRS $37,000. Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Their tax resolution specialists can stop the IRS from taking money out of your paycheck.
With Civic Tax Relief, they were able to save me upwards of $80,000 that I would have had to pay.
For your free tax relief information, call now. 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
800-841-0908.
Hey, football fan. The 2023 Commodore Sport Event posters are out and brought to you by these great sponsors: Master Battery, Ewing Bass Garage and Transmission, Nationwide Business Brother, Parker and Watts Insurance, Firefly Pediatric Dentistry, Joe Line Concrete Service, Affordable Building Cleaning, Morton Plumbing, Shane Trucking and Excavating, Hargrove Body Shop, Frederick and Clark Realty LLC, Richard Courtney. Brought to you and paid for by Prestige Marketing LLC. Visit them online at prestigemarketingllc.com.
Your exclusive National Sports Radio, WNSR Skyscan forecast. Today's going to be sunny with a high of 82. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight, low 58. Wednesday is going to be partly sunny. Can't rule out a stray afternoon shower or thunderstorm, high 86. Sunny Thursday. Utilizing the resources of the WeatherBug Network on National Sports Radio, I'm WNSR's meteorologist, Jim Rinaldi.
Sports Radio, WNSR.
The Greg Pogue and John Burton Show. Wow, those guys are still on.
Yeah, for about 6 more minutes today. We've got Braves baseball coming up. Pregame 11:52. First pitch 12:07. It's going to be seen on Fox if you want to watch it, but listen to it right here. And then tonight, it is NHL opening night. Of course, we've already had the opener over there, but over here, NHL opening night, we have on Sports USA Network the Tampa Bay Lightning and the New York Rangers. 6 o'clock pregame, 6:30 face-off tonight right here. A little hockey action.
Yeah, a little NHL hockey action.
Yeah.
Rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Finals.
Let's get a call before we get out of here. Schmitty, good morning.
Good morning. Coming to you
Schmitty!
from my last day down here. Hey, good morning. Coming to you from Clearwater. I apologize just if I didn't mean to go too long, but I know you Hillbilly didn't get on. But
well, that's Hillbilly calling at 10:58.
There was some hillbilly sightings down here last night. I walked by a place and they were playing Rocky Top. I just can't get away from it.
There's no escape.
Hey, and nothing against UT fans. Don't get them. I'm not trying to get them riled up. I'm surprised game day chose to go there. I know it's a huge game, but they were just there. And there's also, we got Michigan, Penn State, they're undefeated. And then they talked on game day last week about 7 places they've never been, and they had a chance to go to two of them. Illinois, they've never been there. They're off to a good start against Minnesota. And also Duke and North Carolina.
ESPN is about to get the SEC package, and I think when in doubt, they always go SEC.
Yeah, Tennessee, Alabama, a little bit more than either one of those Big Ten games you mentioned. Certainly more of a marquee game.
Well, I know, but it's not about their showing the game. It's just about the atmosphere and kind of they always like to go to new places and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I am so glad in the baseball playoffs they did away with the starting a guy on second base.
Oh, yeah, amen to
Would not
that.
have gone 15 innings. And it's probably the only sport where you have different rules in the postseason. Am I right?
No.
No.
NHL.
NFL overtime rules, I think, are going to be different.
NHL, they don't have a shootout.
Right. And I think
That's true.
NFL overtime is going to be different in the playoffs, I believe.
All right, y'all have a good day.
See ya.
Schmitty, enjoy your last day down on the Gulf Coast.
Back to the grind. I got 2 shifts tomorrow at Strike and Spare Bowling Center.
Which one?
Always a good time.
Which one?
Never a bad time for a good time.
Hendersonville and Hendersonville and Tusculum.
You're doing both, huh?
Back to the grind, yeah.
Yeah, Philip said you've hired a new general manager out at Tusculum, so that's good.
Good deal. Y'all come out. Oh, yeah, and we do have new shoes there, JB. They're nice shoes, very colorful and fashionable.
I look forward to checking them out.
Actually, Philip's going to be up at the studio tomorrow morning after our show, producing a new spot, highlighting the holiday season, trying to get group gatherings and all of that. So, anyway,
and then some guy named Plaster's having another invitational there.
Exactly, we're actually talking about being involved with that. John and I have both been invited to be D-list celebrities. Well, John's a C. I'm a D.
I'm a Z.
Minus.
Is he gonna be having another match with Zach to claim the title?
Zach wants to get me in the ring. He wants to do a wrestling match. I told him, yeah, we can do it. It won't end well for him, but we can do it.
Have a good one.
All right.
See you, Schmitty.
Yeah, Plaza's Bowling Tournament's going to be out at Strike and Spare and the Hermitage November 28th. So, that's a great charity and some charities that they had a great time. And, we're don't mind. As a matter of fact, we're borrowing Watson starting tomorrow.
That's right.
At 9:25 every Wednesday. It's called A Coach's View with Watson Brown. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun because we always want to know what was Coach thinking on that particular play, and Watson's going to give us a little bit of insight.
Yeah, and just breaking down different, alignments, defensive sets, all kind of different things from a coach's perspective, obviously, and, of course, former head coach at Austin Peay, Rice, Cincinnati, Vanderbilt, UAB, where he was also the athletic director, and Tennessee Tech. How about that? 6 different spots, head coach. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. So, anyway, Braves baseball coming up here in about pregame in about an hour, less than an hour, 11:52, 12:07 first pitch. Suarez against Max Fried in that one. And, of course, game 2 will be tomorrow afternoon as well. And, of course, again tonight, we've got the NHL opening night on Sports USA Network, 6 o'clock pregame, 6:30 the face-off, Tampa Bay Lightning, and the New York Rangers will be back in here tomorrow morning as well. JB. Devlin, good to see you, man.
Yeah, thanks again. It was fun.
Yeah, tell those guys in the afternoon I said hello.
I'll be back tomorrow.
And I tell them I look forward to not listening to their show.
The McFarlands coming
I'll listen
up.
to that show.
Darren and Justin from 2 to 4, and then the afternoon stretch with Devlin, Zach, and Bruno, right?
Well, we got Braves baseball coming.
Well, they'll be done. 12 o'clock start. Yeah, they should be done by 4. So you don't listen to the McFarlands. I forget that one.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. Bye.
Bye.
On air and online, Sports Radio WNSR, Brentwood, Nashville.
Live from Southern California, this is the Jim Rome Show on CBS Sports Radio.
A tremendous Tuesday to you. Welcome to the program. I am Jim Rome. It is so good to have you here. What's going on? We are coming to you live from the Rocket Mortgage Studios. When you need cash out of your home and a simple way to get it, you know Rocket